webcast. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Bradley Chapman and welcome to Raw Business TV. Today we've got a really exciting webcast for you on local search marketing. I've got the great pleasure to be joined by Roger Weavers, who runs a business called SciTech Web Development. Roger's a member of Raw Business, very kindly agreed to come on Raw TV today. I was just talking with Roger very briefly before we went live, a little bit about technical and a bit about IT stuff. So I always sort of set the tone before we start off with regards to some personal experiences based around a webcast, an individual that's broadcasting on Raw TV. So before I do that, let's just give you guys a quick update. Raw Business, who are we? We are an online business and entrepreneur networking company. We've got thousands of members who are becoming more connected every day. And as we speak, in fact, we offer you a mixture of marketing, advertising, and networking for your company. And look, you know, we're just like you. We're moving our business forward every day. We're learning from our mistakes and enjoying our successes. And also, we publish a leading business magazine called Raw Business Magazine. And the magazine is going through changes. The website's going through changes. We're updating everything. We're trying to move everything forward to keep it modern. And we're chasing the business dream just like you. Registration to our online network is completely free. We offer lots of different services to our members. Please feel free to join Raw Business at rawbusiness.com. With Raw TV webcasts, you can view the webcasts live on the day as they occur, but you can also view them in our archive format. So for all the archive videos that we've had before, including high-profile entrepreneurs and all the members of Raw Business that are promoting their own services back to our members, please visit rawbusiness.com and go to Raw TV and select your archives and listen to the videos. You can increase the size of the video player. You can also participate if you want to by entering in the chat dialogue, and you can contact Roger directly. We'll give you contact details a little later on. Before we move on to explain who Roger Weavers is and the man he is, I want to sort of set the scene a little bit about websites and perhaps internet and SEO and that sort of thing. You know, and as a growing business owner, as a growing entrepreneur, let's say, you go through so many challenges in understanding how the internet works and what's right for SEO and pay-per-click and how to get your brand out there, what to do, social media, you know, blogs and all these different things, the YouTubes and all these different sites that culminate in giving you a greater visibility. But it's specialists like Roger that spend a great amount of time researching and looking at all these different aspects of web technology that can help you move your business forward. When we start in our business, let's say, for example, we're a slipper manufacturer. We may be a slipper manufacturer, but we may not be internet savvy. We may not be tech savvy. So as a business owner, we rely on a number of different people and a number of different services to help us move our business forward. I mean, the team here at Raw, for example, you know, we wouldn't be a good team unless we had a great graphic designer. We wouldn't be a good team unless we had a good operations person. We wouldn't be a good team unless we had a good sales manager and a good sales support. We also wouldn't be a good team if we didn't outsource some of the services. And we've been through major changes in our business, but the one thing that always stays the same is the website. Well, I don't really say the same, but what I'm saying is you have to continually promote your website. You've got to continually blog. I mean, I tend to blog and write all day and all night. Now, I'm sure there's an easier way, and Roger is going to help you guys understand that there is an easier way. You don't have to do it on your own, and all you need to do is reach out for help. Now, for those of you that watch Raw TV in the recent months that we've launched it, since December actually, and for those of you guys that have perhaps been on the network for the last 3 years and you know who I am, well, of course, you know I'm very nutty, I'm very ambitious and very hungry, but I'm very down to earth and a very heartfelt guy, and I'm no different than you guys right now out there in business. Trust me when I say this, I am sharing the same pains and the same challenges that you're all going through, and I honestly believe that it takes a great deal of strength, a great deal of courage, and a great deal of conviction to tell someone honestly how you're feeling and what your requirements are, because look, we're quite proud, you know, we're proud individuals. No one really likes to say, oh, I've got a challenge, I'm struggling with this and this hasn't quite worked out. My view is this: enjoy your successes, but the challenges that we face every day, reach out, meet new people, expand your contact network, and eventually you become a stronger, wiser, better individual. So today, it is with great pleasure that I introduce you Roger Weavers. Roger has been working within the IT industry for over 25 years, nearly going back to where computers took up the whole room, right? Yeah, so you see the computer shrink from this great big room into this small chip.
Just saying earlier that the memory sticks now used to fill a whole room, and now that's small, so it's ridiculous.
So if we look back like over the last 25 years, the way that technology has changed, I mean, you'll go into your presentation now, but just a quick question before we start. Are we really, as business owners, keeping up with the technologies out there? Because I don't think we are.
I have trouble keeping up with it, let alone business owners. So,
It's a challenge.
it just keeps moving faster and faster. So it is a problem. But,
So there we go. We're not keeping up with IT. We're going to pass over to Roger. Roger set up SciTech Computers, an IT consultancy in 1996. Been going a long while now, providing services for large corporations as well as many small businesses. In 2001, due to popular demand, Roger added website design and hosting to his list of services. The web design side of the business has been so popular that SciTech now concentrate purely on providing the web design and marketing service to companies that need to increase their internet presence and website profitability. So look, listen guys, that probably includes you. So what I'm going to do at this stage is I'm going to slide out a screen and I'm going to pass over to Roger. Roger's going to take the reins shortly, and he's going to deliver, I think, a 25, 30-minute presentation to you. So we've got forwards and backwards there. I'm going to jump out of the screen. Just very important, guys, please do give me some feedback. Bradley at rawbusiness.com in terms of the quality of the webcast you're seeing, the content, and let me know what else you would like to see on Raw Business TV. We've recently moved offices, and the last week and a half has been absolute chaos getting internet connections ready, getting the office sorted, and the guys, we've moved from a really big office to a much smaller office with a view to outsourcing a lot of our products and services. So it's a big change for us. So enjoy Raw TV this afternoon. This is Roger Weavers. We wish you every success on the webcast. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun listening to the viewers. I'm going to be jumping out of screen now. Roger's going to be taking over. Enjoy the show. Speak to you shortly.
Thank you, Bradley. We'll slow things down a bit. Bradley don't have to talk fast. I'm going to speak a bit slower, so perhaps you can follow what we're talking about. Right, today I'm going to be talking about local search marketing, and I'm going to show you how you can get on page 1 of Google even without a website. First of all, I'm going to start to talk about local search marketing and how it can help your business. Then I'm going to show you how you can get free web pages, and then show you how to optimize these web pages so you get a good ranking on Google. And then I'm just going to talk a little bit about the future of local search marketing. As we said earlier, things are constantly changing, so just to give you a bit of an insight onto what's going to happen in the future. So let's get started. Okay, so what is local search marketing and how can it help your business? Well, as you may already know, the use of paper business directories has declined over the years. Yellow Pages is getting smaller and smaller. Can't remember the last time I saw Thompson's directory. We were just having a chat earlier and saying, when was the last time you saw a Yellow Pages? I think it was popping open somebody's door somewhere. So people are now using the internet to find local businesses. So if you're a local business, that's where you need to be putting your marketing efforts. So yeah, local businesses have found that online marketing is much more cost effective. I mean, for the price of a quarter page Yellow Pages advert, you can get a website built and get some search engine optimization done on it, and it will then bring new business in year after year, not just for 1 year. So the main search engine, as you all know, is Google. Google handles approximately 70% of all search traffic. There are other search engines out there. Yahoo probably handle about 15%, Bing probably about 10%, and there's hundreds of search engines that probably only handle 1% of the rest of the traffic. The interesting fact is that Google, 40% of the Google searches have some kind of local intent. This means people are searching for things in their local area. They might be searching for a dentist in Chelmsford or some sort of local business. So if you've got a local business, this is the place you should be advertising. So local search results. You've probably all seen these, but I'm just going to go through in a minute. I'm going to show you a couple of slides to show you what the search results looked like before last October. There was the big update last October with Google when they changed the format of things. So I'm going to show you what they used to look like, then I'm going to show you the new local listings format, and also what Google is doing now is experimenting on the way they deliver these results. So you may get a normal local listing, you may get integrated listings, you may not get a local listing at all. So we're going to be looking a bit at the differences. And then I'm going to show you how you can get a free page 1 listing on Google without a website. So this is what a local search results listing used to look like before the October update. You can see there's a map on the left hand side there, and it lists 10 companies. You can see there's my company at the top there. We've done a search for focused on web design, so you can see that my company's listed up the top there. Company name, website, telephone number. Pretty basic listing. Above that we've got the paid listings or sponsored listings, Google AdWords, also some sponsored listings on the right hand side, and below the map we've got what we call the natural or organic listings. So in October Google decided they didn't like this format, so they were going to change what it looked like. So now if you type in a local search, we've typed in one here, osteopath in Dover. This is quite an interesting one. We're going to come back to this in a minute. But Google have moved the map onto the right hand side. You can see the sponsored listings have gone down below the map, and we've got 7 local osteopaths in Dover there, and below the local listings are the natural listings, so they are much more dominant now. So to get a place on the local listings will give you a lot more traffic. You can see they've added a little bit more information to these as well. You can see that at the top there you've got the company name. The top one says Castle Osteopathic Clinic. You've got a website address, and you've got their physical address and phone number. You'll notice that the top one there, their website address is maps.google.co.uk. This means that they haven't got their own website. So this guy there, the Castle Osteopathic Clinic, has got a #1 ranking on Google for osteopath in Dover without their own website. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Just want to show you the next slide. Now this is what Google are experimenting with. This is an integrated listing. So what they've done here, we've typed in a local search again, web design in Folkestone. Of course, guess who's at #1 there. But this, the wireless mouse quality is... No, Bradley, no, what's going on? Technical hitch there. Sorry about that. Right, this is an integrated listing. What Google are doing, they're experimenting with the way that they're presenting these local listings. So this one here, they've integrated the natural listings with the local listing. So to get one of these integrated listings, you do need your own website. So if you're searching for, say you're an accountant in Chelmsford, we'll use that example. If you type in accountant in Chelmsford and you find that one of these integrated listings gets presented, then I'm afraid you can't get on page 1 of Google without your own website. But of course, if you have got your own website, you can still do it. So these integrated listings, they take the information, the title and description from the organic listings, and they combine that with the information from the local listings with a little flag there and the map, corresponding map. So Google are still experimenting with this, so you may see integrated listings, you may see local listings, you may not see anything at all. You may see the local listings halfway down the page. They're all different formats coming out, but these are the main 2 at the moment. So I just want to go back to this previous slide for a minute. Now this, excuse me, this osteopath in Dover. The interesting thing about this is, as I said, there's 7 companies there listed, and only 2 out of those 7 have actually got their own websites. And the guy at the top there, he has not got his own website, and the reason why he's at the top, so we'll get onto that in a minute, how you can actually do this. So what I suggest you do is, first of all, get onto Google, type in your business and your area, see what's presented. If you get a local listings presented like this, you should really be looking at Google local listings and how you can get your business on it. So let's go on to the next slide. Let's get that one. So how do you get listed on Google's local search results? This is what we all want. You need 3 things. First of all, you need a Google account. You may already have a Google account if you've got Google Mail or that sort of thing, or you might be doing AdWords or something, but Google accounts are free. So all you need to do is go onto Google and open an account. That's quite easy. Now, to get these local listings, you need a Google Places page. Now, it's Bradley's phone ringing. Get rid of that. Another technical hitch. Paying customer. They come first. Right, where were we? Google account you need. Google's Places page. Now, You may already have a Google's Places page and not even know about it. What Google have done is they've scoured the internet, they've picked up business details from all sorts of websites and directories, and they've created millions and millions of Google Places pages. So you might already have one for your business and not know about it. There's some other message come up on the screen now. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to decline it. I hope everything's still working. Right, well, we Google Places pages. Now, you may already have one, so what we need to do is go and find out if Google have already created one for you, and if not, you can create your own. This is all free. So once you've got your Places page sorted out, then you can optimize this Places page, and then under the right conditions, if there's local listings for your particular business and area, then you can get yours on page 1. So let's get on and we'll show you how to do it. Right, just before we get on to the how-to, just here's an example of a Google Places page. This is one we've done for a local taxi company. You can see that if you go back to that osteopath listing again, if you click on one of those places listings and they haven't got their own website, you'll get one of these listings come up. This is basically what Google will create for you, or you can create yourself. At the top there's company name, your address, phone number, website if you have one, categories, which are very important. We'll talk more about categories later on. Below that you've got more about the company. You can upload images, so we've uploaded the logo and a couple of pictures of the car for this taxi company. Next section down there below is reviews. Now these are important to get as well. So if you can get anybody to give you a nice review, it shows up on here, which is very useful. The next section is relevant places or related places. Now Google throws this up automatically. You can't change this section at all. It may throw up some local companies or related companies, but there's not a lot of control over that at all, so you can't change those bits. The last bit is very important. More about this place is the last section at the bottom. Now, this is what we call citations. Now if your business appears somewhere else on the internet, on other directories or other websites, and Google finds it, they will put it in this list. And it's very important to get good rankings is to have some good citations there. Also on the right hand side you can see the map, and Google spent a few years driving around every road in the world they could find, taking pictures of people's houses, so or businesses. So you may have a picture of your business there as well. So that's what a Google Places listing looks like, or should look like once you've edited it and changed it. So let's go on to the next slide. Right, now as I said earlier, Google's been out there and created a lot of these Places pages. I think there's something like 47 million they've created for people, so you may already have one. So the best way to find out if Google's already created a Places page for you is to go onto Google Maps. That's the address there, maps.google.co.uk. The easiest way to try and find your business is to search for your postcode and your business name. Now if you find that Google have created a listing, what you need to do is claim it for yourself. Once you've claimed the listing, then you can edit it and optimize it. Google won't do any optimization for you. They'll create a basic listing which probably won't appear very well in the rankings. So with a little bit of modification, we can push your rankings onto page 1, hopefully. So if you find that Google's created a listing for you, find your listing, click on the More Info link, then click on the link which says Business Owner, log on with your Google account. If you haven't got a Google account, you can create one at this point, and then claim your listing. Once you've claimed it, this is all free by the way, once you've claimed it, you can edit it and optimize it. So hopefully at this point, you've got your own listing. If the listing doesn't appear, if you can't find a listing that Google's created, you can easily create one in the same place. So it's pretty straightforward. Now, once you've got your listing, you need to optimize it so it does get a good ranking. So there's lots of sections that you can edit, as we saw earlier on the taxi driver listing. What you need to do is fill in all the sections, fill in as much detail as possible. The more detail, the better. Google think content is king, so the more content you've got on your web page, the higher they're going to rank it. So fill in every section. I think there's sections for images, video even, so if you've got a video about your business, upload that to your Google pages as well. Now, one of the most important sections is a categories section. Now, you're allowed to use up to 5 categories. Now, the first category you have to pick from a list that Google's created. So search through the Google list, find one that corresponds to your business. Obviously, if you're an accountant, you select accountant, etc., etc. You've got 5 of these, so you can search for other ones. If you can't find 5 that are on the Google list, you can make up your own. Now, all I can suggest is if you're going to make up your own categories, first, before you do that, do a search on Google for the category name and your town or place to make sure that Google throw up a local listing. There's no point in selecting a category if it's not going to produce a local listing. So for example, if you're a solicitor, you may pick as your first category solicitor. If you specialise, say, in employment law or something like that, you may use your second category as employment law, various sections of whatever you do. So do pick the 5 categories. This means that then if people search for one of those categories and your town, you've got a better chance of getting a good ranking. So that's categories. Now, what you've got to do is make sure your name, address and phone number are consistent. Now, what I mean by this is that if you've got a listing in another directory, say you're already listed in yell.com or Yellow Pages or whatever it is, or anywhere else on the internet, make sure that your name, address and phone number are exactly the same format. What I mean by this is if your address is 21 The High Street and you've abbreviated street to ST, make sure that you do that on the Google Places listing as well. So it's all considered all exactly the same. Use the same phone number, the same address, and the same format for your business name. This will help with citations. I'll go on to that a bit in a minute. Do not use PO Box numbers in your Google Places page. You may see Places pages that have got PO Box numbers. Now, if you read the Google guidelines, it says if they find a listing with PO Box numbers, it will be removed. But they haven't got around to removing all the ones that are there yet. But do not use post office box numbers. Use your own physical address. Also, telephone numbers helps as well. Try to use a local telephone number, not 0800 on mobile numbers. This helps. I mean, for example, I'm in Folkestone and my phone number is 01303, and Google knows that's the Folkestone number. So if I've got that in my listing, they know that I'm in Folkestone. That helps with my listing as well. So try and use your local phone number. You can add a mobile number in as well, but use a local one. Now, also to get a good listing on the Google local listings, you need to add some details into local directories. Now, these hopefully will appear in the more about this place position. We call these citations. So if you go to my website, so a special page for people watching this webinar today. If you go to rogerweavers.com/local, there's a list of some local directories which are all free. Just add your details into those as well. Of course, making sure your name, address and phone number are consistent, like I said earlier, and this will help with your rankings. Now, the last thing you need to do with your Places page is get reviews. Now, if you get loads of reviews, it doesn't necessarily mean that's going to improve your rankings, but it may help when people come to look at your page. Basically, you've got good reviews, they're more likely to contact you and employ your services. The reason why the number of reviews aren't used as a ranking thing, because if Google said, right, the more reviews you get, the higher the ranking, then everyone would just put a load of fake reviews in. It would be a bit of a mess. So reviews are important, but not that important for ranking. The most important factors for ranking are the categories and the citations. So make sure you get the right categories and make sure you get as many citations as possible. Right, once you've done all that, leave it for a couple of weeks, check again, and if your business isn't that competitive, then hopefully you should have a page 1 ranking. And if you're an osteopath in Dover, like our example, you'll be well away. Right, okay, next page. Now, we've been talking about Google so far today, but there are other search engines out there, and they do supply their own local listings. Problem is, Yahoo is the next biggest search engine at the moment. If you're in the States, you're lucky because you can get a free local listing on Yahoo. But unfortunately, us in the UK here, we have to pay for our Yahoo local listing. And the only way to do this is to go to InfoServe and pay them probably a couple of £100 a year. Then they feed their details onto the Yahoo local listing. So unless you've got a nice healthy budget, then probably give that a miss to start with. Bing, on the other hand, they've got a smaller section of the search market, but you can get your local listing on there for free. All you need to do is go to my118information.co.uk, and you may find that you're already listed on there. They do what Google do. They go out, scour the internet, find business details and put up listings themselves. So you may already find you've got a listing on there, but if not, you create your own listing. Now the last one down the bottom there, Ask has disappeared off the screen. So Bradley, how do we get that back? So I can read what it says.
We can't, it's dropped it down.
Right, okay. You can get a free listing on Ask as well. I've got where you need to go there, but I can't see it on the screen. But if you go to Ask, look at their local listings, it will tell you who supplies their listings and where to go to get yours listed on there for free.
Touch Local, which is free.
Oh, Touch Local. Thanks, Bradley. Yes, so if you want to get on the Ask local listings, you go to touchlocal.co.uk or .com and put a free listing up with them, and you'll get listed on the Ask local listings. There we go. Right, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the future now. The internet, as we said earlier, things move very fast. Things are always changing. Now, what's in store for local search? Well, things are going mobile, as you probably may have noticed. The number of mobile phones out there is just increasing enormously. People have got smartphones, tablets, PCs, netbooks, you name it. People are out there mobile now. So the mobile market is absolutely massive. I looked at some statistics the other day, and there's nearly 5 billion mobile phones globally now. This is compared with 1.4 billion broadband users. So it's a massive, massive market. People are using their smartphones now to do internet searches, search for what they're looking for. So this is a very important market to get involved with. Luckily, if you've got a Google Places listing and people do search locally for a service, then your Places page will come up on their search, which is very, very useful. Now, what Google does is, as well, it can tell where people are on their mobile phone. They can track their mobile phone and find out what location they are. So if they're standing in a high street somewhere, in Chelmsford High Street, and they're searching for an Italian restaurant, Google will know that they're in Chelmsford, and it will feed some local listings from Chelmsford and what they're searching for. So to get your business on a local listing will actually help mobile-wise as well. Now, they reckon 35% of searches in 3 years' time will be from mobile devices. So this is a big market and something that shouldn't be ignored. So watch the mobile marketplace. It's getting bigger and bigger. Right, and the last slide I think we've got here, social media as well. Social media, as you all know, is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, everyone's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it. They're out there socialising now. But what people don't realise is people use these social media sites for searching for stuff as well. So if you've got a Facebook page, and people might be searching for your business or service via Facebook, so get social as well. Reviews are becoming more important as well. You get some good reviews, that'll increase your Google local listings rankings, but also people on social media chat and they recommend places. So to get involved with this will actually do your marketing a world of good as well. People do talk, and the thing is, if people are writing reviews about you, you want to know about it, so you need to get involved, really. One little thing that's sprung up over the last couple of years, you can see on the right hand side there, this little two-dimensional barcode, they're called. It's a QR code. Now you'll see these springing up more and more. These are mainly for people that have got smartphones. Now, you know, years ago, if you wanted to write down a phone number or somebody's web address that you saw advertised somewhere, you'd have to get a pen out or type it into your phone. These little QR codes are great because you just get your mobile device, you snap it, and that will then get read by your phone and tell you a lot of information. You can put your website address in there, your phone number, details about special offers. And this is something that's becoming more and more widely spread. So keep your eyes out for these, and it may be useful for your business in the future. Coupons is the other thing. There's a lot of sites now, Google places, you can provide a coupon.